This is a story of loyalty. A minister had served his king for some 30 years and was known and admired for his loyalty. His loyalty had made him many enemies who spread stories of betrayal and dishonesty. They worked on the king day in and day out until he too came to distrust the innocent minister and finally ordered the man who had served him so well to be put to death. Those condemned to death were tied up and thrown into the pit where king kept his fiercest hunting dogs. The dogs would probably tear the victim to pieces. Minister asked for one last wish. He said, "I would like 10 days respite. I want to collect some money and give it to my children for their future." After receiving a guarantee that minister would not try to escape, the king granted his request. The minister hurried home, collected 100 gold pieces, then paid a visit to the huntsman who looked after the dogs. He offered this man 100 gold pieces and said, "Let me look after the dogs for 10 days. The huntsman agreed, and for the next 10 days, the minister cared for the dogs with great attention, grooming them well and feeding them handsomely. By the end of the 10 days, they were eating out of his hands. On the 11th day, the minister was called before the king. The king watched as the minister was tied up and thrown to the dogs. Yet, when the dogs saw him, they ran up to him with wagging tails. They started playing with him. The king and the other witnesses were amazed and then asked the minister why the dogs had spared his life. The minister replied, "I looked after these dogs for 10 days. The king has seen the result for himself. I have looked after you for 30 years, and what is the result? I am condemned on the strength of accusation brought by my enemies." The king blushed with shame. He not only pardoned the minister but gave him a fine set of clothes and handed over to him the man who had slandered his reputation. The noble minister set them free and continued to treat them with kindness.